I don't just want some of it, I want it all. Today I want to share with you how to design your life. I was first introduced to the concept of lifestyle design when I was introduced to the concept of the law of attraction, of manifestation and all of that. And I realized that there were certain people out there who had decided to design their own life. It was like a mind-blowing topic for me, thinking that I could truly choose my life. I could create my life and I could figure out what it is I wanted to do and just do it. I've already mentioned this, but I mentioned that friend of mine who decided that she wanted to become a model, that she, decided to start modeling, that she moved to New York and then LA and then Paris and Amsterdam. And she did all of these things that she wanted to do because she chose to design her life. And once I realized that I wanted that same ability, I decided to kind of go on a journey of designing my life. The first thing that I did in order to design my life, and what I would recommend that you do as well if you're interested in getting into lifestyle design, is to first figure out the things that frustrate you. Now, I don't like spending too much time on things that frustrate me or things that I don't like because I don't like that negative energy. But when you first get started with designing your life, you have to pay attention to the things that frustrate you so that you can get rid of them. So the goal is to figure out if you could design your perfect day or your perfect life or your ideal life, what are the things that you would get rid of first? Do you like the location that you're living in? There's a friend of mine who, she used to live in a really, really small town in Kansas. And she kept saying, I don't like living here. I don't like living here. I don't like living here. It took her several hours to even drive to the airport. And then one year she was like, I don't have to live here anymore and I'm going to move. She has family, but she doesn't have any kids or spouse or anything like that. So she basically just picked up and moved. And now she lives in a city that she absolutely loves. And it's a matter of her choosing to design and decide her life. So think of the location that you live. Do you like the location where you live? Do you feel like you want to move or live somewhere else? I know that it's easy to think about the freedoms that we have here in the United States, but I will say that if you feel like you don't have that freedom to move somewhere else, then think of how can you make your current living situation that much better. And I say that as a military spouse, as someone who does not have the ability to pick up and move because we are stationed in one location for a specific number of years. So if that's the case for you and you feel like, well, I don't necessarily want to be here, but I do want to move or I want to be in a different location, then I would encourage you to start seeing your current location with new eyes. That's something that I had to do personally because I wanted to be in Atlanta with my family and I wanted to be there with them. But part of me designing my life is also understanding that sometimes I need to just express gratitude for what I have and where I am and make the most of that and see the best in it. So that's the first thing that I suggest that you do is start to look at what are those things that frustrate you and either how can you make a change or how can you express gratitude and start feeling more comfortable with what you have right now with your current situation. The second thing that I did in order to start designing my life was to really envision like my dream life. I have done vision boards in the past. You might have done one as well. I've also done some digital vision boards on Pinterest. I have written down in my journal the things that I want, the things that I like, and the things that I want to bring about in my life. Now, the only way to design your life is to actually make the vision plain, to write it out. The people perish because they have no vision. You've got to make that vision plain. And so that means writing out the things that you want, getting those pictures in place, really visualizing it, and really getting clear on exactly what it is you want your life to look like. Then the next step and the final step I would say is believing that it's all possible and being open to receive it in whatever way it chooses to come to you. So understanding that if you decide, hey, I want, this beautiful beach house, which is something that's on my list of desires and the things that I would like, and I really want to be able to see the sun set. Well, what happens if I happen to get a beach house where I'm able to see the sun rise? Will I be disappointed? Probably not, because the goal is the beach house, right? So understanding that it could come to you in any number of different ways, just be open to receive it in any way that it might come into you, and understand that life is really what you make it. And you don't have to just go through life just living what you get. You really can make an effort to design your life the way you want it to be designed. And I truly, truly believe in that. It's definitely something that I teach. I share this with my clients in my different programs, and actually have an on-demand program. It's called Open to Receive. And it's really about releasing all of those blocks so you can start to design your life. You can figure out exactly what it is that you want, and then you can be open to receive it in all of the ways that it might potentially show up. So if you'd like more details on getting that on-demand program, the details are in the description box. If you have any other questions on lifestyle design, please leave them in the comments. Are there any other videos that you'd like for me to create or share? I would love to hear more from you. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, and if you want to watch a really good video on lifestyle design, then you should definitely watch the video of how I manifested my husband. And I go through the entire story and process of how we met. It's been a really popular video. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely watch that now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.